the final two with me, remember? What was that, He's like, well, yeah, I'm going to tell Will. I'm like, okay, but then I'm in a campaign. I'm not going to tell you anything. And that's why he was like, today, he's like, why didn't you tell me that this was happening? I thought I'm on your side. I'm like, you told me you want to be, you want to bend it, not be in it. That was the thing you said. I was like, I didn't know you were even interested. I'm like, of course, I told you I was going to campaign as hard as I could to Sam's house, and I did. And the honest truth is that I just went woman to woman with her and said, this is what's going on. This is what's going on with you. And it happened to be. It's funny because there were signs. There were little signs, and I kind of
was the sleeping together.
There were other things that like I would overhear you you testing with Will for the veto competition.
What?
I guess you were he was quizzing you for the veto competition, and I was like, why if he's No,
I heard him quizzing you too, but he always told me oh yeah, I've got to have Erika think that I'm on her side.
Exactly, he would say the same thing to me. So, but I didn't catch him doing these things until the last week, because there were so many people in the house. I couldn't really keep track of everyone, but being that there were only 4 of us, I knew where everyone was at. So I was like, and then there was a time where I was walking by the storage room, and I can hear you guys in the storage room, and I was like, Boogie, I'm like, come here. And he got really nervous, and he banged on the door really fast. I was like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, yeah, trying to spy on them, he was like, oh, I didn't know what you were doing. And I was like, you're a bad actor, no wonder you're not an actor. So I was like, kind of putting it together, and then I was like, something's going on here. Something just ain't right in Denmark.
Danielle caught us talking though once too, so she had to have known about me and Will.
Yeah, she was like,
because she caught us talking because we didn't see her. She was sitting in the gym, and we ran to the gym, and I was like, well, I'm so scared, what do I do, blah blah blah. And I was talking, I was into him for everything, and I was like, what should I do, and he's like, just calm down. He's like, all right, this is what you're going to do, blah blah blah. And we started talking strategy, and then all of a sudden we looked in the corner, and Danielle was sitting there putting on makeup, and we're like, oh hey, we totally laughed. That was the day of the eviction.
Of her eviction?
Did she say anything to you?
Well, she just thought that you guys were together. She was like, Janelle's going to team up with ChillTown. And I'm like, thinking to myself, I'm with ChillTown. I'm like, no, she's, I'm like, no, she's not. They're after her, kind of thing. And
yeah.
Stupid. But when Danielle said to me, she sat here and she was like, are you going to feel alone when I'm gone? And I was like, no, I'm like, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. And in my head, I'm thinking, with ChillTown, I'm protected. And she's like, you're going to team up with Janelle, aren't you, to go after ChillTown? And I was like, yeah. I just agreed with her, and I was like, and I thought about it, and I was like, this is actually not a bad idea. You know? But then I was thinking, I'm never going to get you away from Will. I'm like, how am I going to get her away from Will? Because he had such a fucking clasp on you. That's why I was like, I got to get rid of Will. How do I get rid of Will? And then I couldn't get rid of Will. So many mistakes, but here we are. So many mistakes, and still here we are. Oh my god, I'm gonna be mortified to say I can't watch the tapes now.
Fuck it, don't watch them.
It just makes me sad. I don't know. Let me get the wine. You want some more?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just polish it off.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. They're so bad.
Here's to kicking out ChillTown.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See, the truth thing with Danny, he totally used that to his advantage.
Yeah,
because he told you
to get me to vote out Danielle.
Yeah,
that's what he was like. She made a truce with Janelle. That's why when we were in the hot tub, and I was like, she's making deals behind my back, and you're like, what deals? And he like piped in really fast. He was like, yeah, and then like try to change the subject because he didn't want to get caught in the middle of that.
What else did we catch them in today when we were eating? Do you remember that? I was like, oh, who told you that? Do you remember that? Oh, fuck, what was it?
I don't remember.
We caught them in another thing that they told us. What was it? And I go, oh, Erika, who told you that? And I looked at him.
Oh, and then I was like this. I'm like, these two. Was that? I can't remember what
was it about.
I can't remember. Just the fact that they're gloating over, like, putting people up and voting them out. It's like, I hate them.
No, because I told him everything, so when Danielle came to me with the truce, I was like, well, I'm like, Danielle came to me and, like, whatever, said a truce or whatever, and she said that she's going to go after, actually, she didn't even say who she's going after. She just called it truce with me, you know?
She was going to go after ChillTown.
Yeah.
Going after the boys.
Yeah, I pretty much thought so, so I told him, you know, because I was like, oh, they're on my side, like, I might as well, I was totally honest with him, like, I told him everything, and he's like, oh, alright, he's like, and he thought that, at first he thought I was lying to him, of all things. He was like, Janelle, he's like, look, I'm on your side, you don't have to tell me these lies and stuff. I'm like, I'm not lying to you. I was kind of offended, and then, like, he came to me, like, I'm going to bed, and he woke me up from a nap, and he's like, look, Danielle came up to me and told me that she did, have a truce with you. He's like, I'm sorry to believe you, whatever, and he's like, we've got to get rid of Danielle immediately. I was like, how the hell are you going to do that?
I hate those boys so much.
They're bad.
They're very bad. Very, 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 very bad. But we're better.
Did they tell you, like, let's get rid of Janelle and Chicken George second? Chicken George
Of course.
They told me, they're like, Erika's first and then Chicken George.
They're like, final four. 3 of us and Chicken George.
Yeah, that's what they told me too. And they said, and they're like, it's going to be so easy because it's going to be Chicken George and us 3. I was like...
So then how did Boogie explain it when he put you and James up?
They helped me win the veto.
Oh.
They wanted out James, not me. Because they knew I was out, like, Will had me or whatever. And they were like, Janelle, we just want to get rid of James. Like, we have to get rid of James. And I was like, okay. Like, I just want to get off the block, you know? I'm like, whatever, you psychos. It was, like, too much for me to deal with.
How could they have helped James win that veto?
Me.
Wasn't it the OT? How did they help you?
They told me what the answers were. Boogie did.
When? When
we were, like,
when you were running
competing.
around? Wow. They're good. They're really
So then,
good.
I mean, once they helped me, I was like, oh my god, you guys are working with me. Like, I'm so glad I have someone. You know what I mean? They were like, we show you signs of good faith now. Well, you know what I mean?
Oh my god. Oh my god, Janelle. This is crazy.
I can't really say the same thing to each one of us, though. At least mix it up a bit. And then, like, the week that you were HOH, they made me go upstairs and talk to you.
Right, and say, I'm going to go after ChillTown.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't really want to do that. They were like, you have to. That's the only way you can go to Danielle. I'm like, fine. So I go upstairs. I'm like, I'm going after ChillTown.
I know, when you came upstairs and did that, I was like,
Was she put up to
That
it?
seemed really like you seemed like a kid that had to go apologize to someone that you didn't want to apologize to, and you were just like, listen, I know you put me up, but I'm not coming after you. If I win the veto, which I plan on doing, I will have your ChillTown. And I was like, okay. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then they were like,